Railway strikes bring weekend disruption in Scotland. Train passengers in Scotland are facing a second day of disruption during strike action by Network Rail staff. The latest UK-wide strike by members of the RMT union began on Friday. ScotRail is running a very limited schedule and said some trains would continue to be affected on Sunday, as services resume after the strike. Network Rail owns and maintains railway infrastructure, tracks, bridges, tunnels and signals. About 40,000 staff are striking in the pay dispute. Train operator ScotRail said it would not be able to run the vast majority of Saturday services. It is running trains on just 12 routes across the Central Belt, 5, and the borders between 7:30 and 18:30. Train services in Scotland, Saturday, January 7. Edinburgh Waverley, Glasgow Queen Street via Falkirk High, 2 trains per hour. Edinburgh Waverley, Helensburgh Central, 2 trains per hour. Glasgow Central, Hamilton/Lark Hall, 2 trains per hour. Glasgow Central, Lanark, 2 trains per hour. Edinburgh Waverley, Glasgow Central via Shotts, 1 train per hour. Edinburgh Waverley, Cowdenbeath, 2 trains per hour. Edinburgh Waverley, Tweedbank, 2 trains per hour.
Subscribe our YouTube channel and click our bell icon for new videos.
Shotts, 1 train per hour. Edinburgh Waverley, Cowdenbeath, 2 trains per hour. Edinburgh Waverley, Tweedbank, 2 trains per hour. Edinburgh Waverley, North Berwick, 1 train per hour. Edinburgh Waverley, Larbert, 1 train per hour. Glasgow Queen Street, Larbert, 1 train per hour. Glasgow Queen Street, Falkirk Grahamston, 1 train per hour. Milngavie, Springburn, 2 trains per hour. ScotRail warned that the strike would have a knock-on effect on Sunday trains, with services not expected to return to normal until Monday. There are no further major UK rail strikes planned, although both the RMT and drivers' union ASLEF have warned there could be future action. RMT General Secretary Mick Lynch said, "While executives and the rich make millions, our members are being asked to accept substandard pay offers and a ripping up of their hard-fought-for terms and conditions, during an escalating cost of living crisis." The unions are expected to meet rail employers and the UK Rail Minister on Monday to try to find a way forward. It comes as the UK government is planning to introduce anti-strike laws in the current parliamentary session, which would mean unions could be sued if they do not provide minimum levels of fire, ambulance, and rail services. The legislation, which would not resolve the current wave of strikes, would apply in England, Scotland, and Wales, but not in Northern Ireland. And rail services. The legislation, which would not resolve the current wave of strikes, would apply in England, Scotland, and Wales, but not in Northern Ireland.